Hi, and welcome to this week's Facebook Live with the Powers Law Group. My name is Nadia Khalid, and I'm an attorney here at the Powers Law Group. Today is Friday, February 8th, 2019. And before we get started, I just want to give you guys some announcements about where our other attorneys will be this week and this coming month. On February 12th, 2019, attorney Cynthia Milian will be presenting a Know Your Rights presentation for Mi Familia Vota. On February 22nd, 2019, attorney Ruby Powers will be attending the AILA Nevada Chapter Conference on Law Practice. And then in early May, attorney Ruby Powers will also be attending a conference in Corpus Christi for the AILA Texas Chapter Spring Conference on Law Practice Management. And then in June 2019, Ruby will be attending the AILA Annual Conference. So as we have said before, it's always important to schedule a consultation in advance if you have any questions come up, or if anything comes up while you're watching this Facebook Live. It helps to have a consultation with an experienced immigration attorney that can help you navigate through any questions or challenges you may have. So just as a friendly reminder, our phone number here in Houston is 713-589-2085, and our phone number in New Jersey is 201-210-8240. So again, Houston is 713-589-2085, and New Jersey is 201-210-8240. So we don't have that much news to share with you guys this week, but the biggest topics are relating to business immigration visas, some of which are known as H-1Bs, and processing times, delays in processing times with USCIS, and then changes to asylum applications that are being accepted at the border between Texas and Mexico. So as for the first one, we've seen an increase in litigation against the increase in denials and requests for evidence that are coming from USCIS as are related to H-1B visas and business immigration visas in general. Especially for H-1Bs, employers are having difficulty procuring visas for what they call specialty occupations, and they are being challenged by USCIS with either extensive requests for evidence or flat out denials. So as a result, a lot of attorneys are having to litigate within business immigration, and typically this isn't the standard practice for business immigration, but based on what's been happening in the past few months, a lot of attorneys believe that litigation will become a big component of business immigration going forward. And we have seen, though, that litigation against these denials and against these requests for evidence for H-1B visas by immigration attorneys has been successful. So that's something we're going to keep looking out for to see if there's new laws passed regarding business immigration, or any future changes in that. And then also, we've also seen delays in USCIS processing times, like I mentioned earlier. Especially, there are delays for business immigration visas, specifically H-1B visas. Immigration attorneys are seeing longer backlogs, an increase in requests for evidence, and a suspension of what was called premium processing. The suspension is temporary, and premium processing was when you could pay a sum of $1,500 to have your business immigration H-1B visa processed faster. But overall, H-1B visas are seeing a huge backlog with longer processing times and an increase for requests for evidence and a temporary suspension of that premium processing facet. In general, for all immigration visas, asylum, adjustment through marriage, things like that, the American Immigration Lawyers Association has seen an increase by 41% in the backlog that is facing immigration applicants in the last 2 years, and an increase by 91% since 2014. So it does not seem that the backlogs will become any less, but the best thing that we can do is just stay updated and try to respond to it to the best of our abilities. As some of you know, earlier this week, we saw the State of the Union. We saw the State of the Union with the current administration, and we saw that the government had reopened. So for the time being, the government has reopened. This, in the past, had affected non-detained immigration cases in court. So since the government's reopened, our cases are going forward that were non-detained and in court, and we are slowly seeing the ones that had been reset due to the government shutdown being reset, and we're getting new dates. So if your case was rescheduled because the government was shut down in court, you should reach out to your immigration attorney to find out the next date as soon as possible, because they're being rescheduled pretty fast. And then finally, we've seen that as far as the asylum applications that are happening between Texas and Mexico, specifically asylum applicants who are coming through Eagle Pass, Texas, will be reduced to only 20 migrants per day because of the low capacity of the U.S. government to accept more than 20 a day from the Piedras Negras, Mexico side of the border. So this has some immigration advocates concerned, because what it means is that if only 20 people are being allowed to enter Eagle Pass per day, then the remainder will have to wait in this town called Piedras Negras in Mexico. And that town itself, as noted by immigration advocates, is pretty under-resourced, is not that developed, and doesn't really have the capacity to hold large groups of people, let alone hundreds of asylum applicants. So that's the top news for this week, and we hope you'll join us next week. If you have any questions, please call us. Our Houston number is 713-589-2085, and our New Jersey number is 201-210-8240. So thank you for joining us, and Attorney Cynthia Milian will be doing the Facebook Live in Spanish shortly after this. Thanks.